So who is Captain Demetrian Titus from the new Warhammer 500 Worlds trailer and that disrespectfully good new model reveal we just got? He is the comeback king, and we are about to put some respect on that boy's name, because a lot of people know him as just that dude from the Space Marine games, but I'm telling you right now, he's not the same man. He's a deep, conflicted, and incredibly awesome character. He didn't just make his way back to the top of the food chain, he's came back upgraded, he's been promoted, and now he's on a mission. This reveal is a lot more than just, oh cool, a new mini, a new awesome, badass, just dripping in aura mini. I mean, it's incredible looking. This is a statement about where things are right now. Games Workshop just positioned Titus at the center of the next major campaign arc, the 500 Worlds Reclamation. That means our guy's getting narrative spotlight, and he's kind of a big deal right now. He was the lead character in a pretty successful video game, but they're going to invest in him more for us. That's character development. That means that this whole Ultramarine narrative that we have pretty much across all levels has now got a face to it. Titus is the face of the Ultramarines, which signifies that something massive is going to happen. So let's rewind the tape for a second and start with who Titus used to be. And I mentioned to you guys that he's kind of a broken character, a broken man in a sense. He's been through trials and tribulations. He's been through a lot of ups and downs, which makes the character resonate more for a lot of people, especially for somebody like me who's been through a lot of waves and challenges in my life. Having somebody that I can connect to, that I can have some kind of empathy with, makes the character all that much more appealing to me. Titus started as a brother captain in the Ultramarines during the events of the original Space Marine game. He was rugged, he was disciplined, he had courage for days, which all Space Marines generally do, but he was on another level. And he's got this incredible voice that sounds like he's gargling rocks in honor as he speaks. Don't know why I use the word gargling, but I like it. It makes sense. And amongst all the rank and file of the Space Marines, Titus stood apart. Not because of rank, he was a high-ranking member. Not because of combat, he was a badass and kicked a lot of tail. Not because he could bench press a Rhino tank, which is cool. Titus was different because he fought with agency. He made decisions that weren't in the handbook. Ultramarines are very bureaucracy, rank and file, do things by the book. He played outside of the playbook. See, he even made me move my microphone in excitement. Now, he was incredibly loyal, don't get me wrong, but not to orders, to the ideal of the Imperium. There's a big difference between following commands and following convictions. Sometimes you're told to do something and you know it doesn't feel right, so you do the thing that feels right, and then it's kind of a ask for forgiveness, not permission kind of a situation for the greater good. And that difference is where his legend began. So now we get to the chaos exposure incident, which many times in the past is a death sentence for anybody, Space Marines included. Titus is on the front lines. He's fighting demons. He resists corruption. And then the Inquisition, the Emperor's federal police with unlimited authority who can kind of go around and do whatever they want with a giant badge on their chest saying, "You can't stop me." They show up and say, "All right, big guy, you've been out and about a little too much and you stink of corruption. It's time for you to go sit in the timeout chair." It's happened so many times in the past, just being touched, any kind of warp taint, anything like that, and it's over. It's purge, it's exterminatus, it's curtain calls, it's thank you, next, on to the next case. But here's what elevates Titus to mythic level, to legend level. This would break many people. It didn't do it to him. This would make a lot of folks fall. He didn't fall. He refused to apologize for surviving and continued on his mission. While everybody else is going, if the warp touched you, you must be corrupted, right? Titus stands there like, maybe I'm just built different. He is. He's something else. That's the crazy part about him. He's right. So fast forward a little bit, the Imperium changes. Belisarius Cawl, the Archmagos, rolls out the Primaris program. Now, you take a Space Marine, which has already been mentally doctrined, and if you survive that, then you get physically doctrined, and if you survive that, then you become a Space Marine. Well, now you get an upgrade, and guess what? You've got to survive that also, but it makes you 2.0. It makes you big bad boom boom blue guy in this sense, since it's the Ultramarines. Guilliman comes back. That means Daddy Primarch is on the level again and on the battlefield and running things, which is great, right? The galaxy, though, is on fire again, which when is it not? Just a normal Tuesday in the Imperium and the 41st millennium. And despite all of this, Titus still somehow shines. Not a prisoner, he's not a disgrace. He comes back 2.0 Titus as a Primaris Space Marine. This is the closest thing that 40k has to being reborn. You're harder, faster, you're more brutal, you're more certain of purpose. Titus has now survived conflict, which all Space Marines do, but a lot of it. He's been out there a lot. He's been alive for a long time. He's been in service for a long time. He has survived Chaos Warp and Taint. He has survived somehow a run-in with the Inquisition, which normally ends up worse for you than it does for them. He has survived being doubted by everyone around him. And anybody who has had to rebuild their life, you guys know how hard that hits. You know how heavy that is to carry that kind of burden and to be relinquished of it, to cast it off. And this is the part now that we all need to sit with. Titus didn't just return to full duty in all of its glory. I love saying the word duty, by the way. He became the captain now of the second company. The second company is the company. It is the fist. It is the anchor. It is the wall that holds when the galaxy tries to break within the Legion of the Ultramarines. You don't get that job unless your mind is unshakable and your loyalty is absolute and your will is iron. Iron within, iron without. I can't say iron without saying that. And now all I can think about is my favorite chapter right now, or Legion, the Imperial Fist. Peter Turbo better be coming back, because Daddy Dorn's needed right now. We need Dorn on the front lines again. Guilliman has seen this, and you know, Guilliman's been checked out for a while, about 10,000 years or so, but he didn't just promote this man as part of his comeback with a pat on the back saying, "Good job, son, you've been through a lot." He promoted him because he saw the one thing that the Imperium is starving for. They need a leader who will not bend, a leader who is tried and true and tested, and his first name starts with a T, because you just gotta T that thing. They needed themselves some Demetrian Titus. They needed some main character energy. So now we have come to the third movie in our trilogy. He had a rise, he had a fall. Now he's gonna rise again. He's gotten past his Empire Strikes Back. Is that the second movie? Yeah, Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean. This is the third part of the roller coaster that Titus is on. So what does he do now? He's not just leading a company. He's gotten a lot of titles. We're back to this T thing again, the TTTT. He's got a lot of titles. He's not only captain of the second company, he is also the Warden of Ultramar. And he has another title. What was it? Oh yeah, he's also Master of the Watch. I don't know how he can keep juggling all these titles. But what does these roles mean? It means that he is the shield of Guilliman's empire. So Guilliman is out on the Indominus Crusade, which means he's trying to take back the galaxy, or at least try to bring some stability to it, which means he needs somebody to play backup, somebody to stay at home and make sure that the home front, the domestic side of things, is taken care of. Well, that's Demetrian Titus now. He is the guard of civilization in an age where civilization is bleeding out, and his mission is to reclaim the 500 worlds. So Roboute has built an empire, which is not normal amongst all of the Primarchs or the other legions, but this is his thing. He wanted to build a bastion of what civilization can look like, and that's Ultramar, the 500 worlds. But he's been gone. Like I said, he's been taking kind of a ouchie boo-boo nap for about 10,000 years, and things have fallen apart since he's left. And now that he's back, not only is he trying to save the galaxy, but he also needs to save home. That's Titus's job now is to save home, to reclaim the 500 worlds, a war on a scale that decides whether Ultramar remains a beacon or becomes a graveyard. This is more than a rescue effort. This is to take back everything they ever tried to take from us: energy. The Titus is not just back in the story, he is the story now. He went from accused traitor, he went from forgotten hero to the man that leads the next great crusade here at home to defend the home front. Titus didn't ascend because the Emperor blessed him. He ascended because he refused to fall. And Emperor help whoever tries to get in this man's way. Not only does he have main character energy, he has plot armor, and that's bad news for anybody else during the course of this crusade and this adventure. This is Captain Demetrian Titus. Guess what? Legend is just starting to begin. Brothers and sisters, I hope you all enjoyed this little briefing, this little episode on who is Demetrian Titus, why he's cool, why I think you might think that he's cool. Not sure why my voice broke right there. Puberty's hell of a thing when you're in your 30s, but one day I'll be a real man and not a boy anymore, and then we can all get an alcoholic beverage together at your local bar, a blade brew, if you will. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like the broadcast, subscribe, and join the League of Blades as we bring justice and stories and monster hunting all across the realms. Stay sharp out there, everybody. Goodbye.